Alright, folks, welcome to the first PA Storm Tracking Severe Weather stream of 2026. It is March 7th, 1:07 p.m. There's me. I do have this camera that we're going to use. Oh, I just turned on the filter. Hold on, there we go. So I do have a webcam for this. Makes it look more professional, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, here we are. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm just checking something. Alright. So, I have went live because, well, two things. One is that the storms have started firing here in eastern Ohio, and we also got a Mesoscale discussion by the Storm Prediction Center. But before I get into that, I want to address the overall severe weather threat for today and like what's expected. So, if we go ahead and come to my website, for example, a little bit of a promo here, but you get the idea. We have a slight risk for general severe weather across the western part of Pennsylvania, including Pittsburgh, Du Bois, even like the western side of State College, Erie, Johnstown, and then to the east of that we have a marginal risk that goes all the way towards Lancaster and almost to Scranton, and then the rest of the state's in a general thunderstorm risk. Now, the main area of my concern right now is the tornado potential. We do have a 2% risk stretching up from Erie to Bradford to Du Bois to Johnstown, and this 5% here uh, for Meadville, Oil City, and Pittsburgh. And we also have this hatched area right here with these dashed lines. What that means is any tornado that would form in here, or that could form in here, I should say, has the potential to be decently strong. I wouldn't say like EF4, EF5, but when they do highlight this, it means like, okay, an EF1 or an EF2 isn't out of the question completely. I wouldn't get too worked up about this, but it is something to keep in mind that the tornado threat is pretty high for today. Our wind threat is exactly where the slight risk comes from. At least, like the shape of it and everything. It's a slight risk across the western half of the state, or a 15% wind risk across the western half of the state, and then a 5% wind risk everywhere kind of to the east, up towards Scranton and Lancaster. And then our hail threat is the least concern in this case. It's just a 5% across generally the western part of the state where the tornado threat is. So, with that all covered, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Mesoscale discussion that got issued. And we're going to look at this. So, this is Mesoscale discussion 167. They gave an 80% chance of a watch issuance. Intensifying thunderstorm development may become capable of producing marginally severe hail, increasing risk for damaging wind gusts, and perhaps accompanied by potential for a couple of tornadoes by 3 to 5 p.m. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but essentially it just says that these storms are beginning to fire and move to the east, and that there is enough shear and vorticity in the atmosphere that if they interact with it, they can produce a couple of tornadoes, which definitely seems possible with the environment that we have today. So, that's why I'm live. We have a couple storms right now already in Ohio that have alerts attached to them. We have a special weather statement up here, northwest of Warren, Ohio, which is for 50-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail. Currently moving to the northeast. Doesn't appear to be too strong, but definitely notable. Oh, the Cleveland velocity radar came back. That was out for a little while. Okay. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here. That's definitely producing hail right there. When you see, it look black on reflectivity like that, or like really dark pink, and then on correlation coefficient you can see this blue out this way, that looks really bad. But you know what I mean. When the blue all comes out this way like that, that's when you can get that's when you know that there's significant hail falling. So west of Lancaster, Ohio, currently, there's probably a good amount of hail falling. Let's see what it's warned for. It's warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds at 1-inch hail, which makes sense. I would even see that being upped a bit to like 1.25-inch hail, honestly, because that's definitely producing hail with this cluster right here. I'm also watching these storms in southeastern Ohio, near Athens and Jackson. These are moving to the northeast. Currently not doing a whole lot, but I am just kind of watching them. And over here in Pennsylvania, there's not a whole lot going on right now. I just saw that the mesoscale discussion got issued, and I wanted to like really draw attention to it. Alright. So, I don't really know what to cover next. There wasn't a whole lot I could cover right now, honestly. Just because I feel like there's generally not too much at the moment happening, but I wanted to get a head start just in case things got out of control. Since I saw these storms pop up as well as the MCD get issued, I was like, okay, it's probably time to start. And so that's why I started. There is a severe thunderstorm down here in Kentucky. We're probably going to let that drop, though, because I don't see that really being severe anymore. Actually, there is a whole watch down here. Let me see if I can pull up the general probabilities. Or, not probabilities. Duh, that's not what I was thinking. The mesoscale discussion. Can I pull that up? Yeah, I can. Okay. So this is the area they have outlined, all the way from northeastern Kentucky through northwestern West Virginia, eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and southwestern New York. Deepening convective development now appears underway along and is greatly ahead of a convectively generated pre-cold frontal surface boundary. Those are big words. This may include a few evolving supercell structures within and ahead of evolving line, accompanied by risk for severe hail and damaging wind gusts. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in Ohio. Right there, that's what that is. Let me just pull this up on my phone to make sure all this works totally fine. Let me, I'm gonna mute real quick, hold on. We're good. I just needed to check to make sure that wasn't too loud or anything. So let's go ahead and look at that severe thunderstorm warning that just got issued. It is for the eastern area, the areas just past this current warning. So that includes Lancaster, Baltimore, and just south of Newark in Ohio. It's for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail as the storm continues to the northeast. Oh, this is probably whatchamacallit, exiting the current county warring area, which is why they had to do that. Pittsburgh or actually, I don't know if that's Pittsburgh that owns this county. That might be Charleston. I don't remember what office owns what here. I really don't remember. That's why I should turn on county warning areas on this map. Let me do that real quick, just so I know what's going on here. Oh, it's pro. Why? Why is that pro? That's annoying. Whatever. I'll have to figure it out myself, I guess. Okay, so I think That one is actually a Charleston county. And then east of it is Pittsburgh, I believe. Didn't join 3 seconds into the stream because you were dead asleep. I can't argue that. I'm so tired. I've already yawned like 5 times in this stream I've just started because I didn't sleep that great. So I get it. Let's check back on the storms up here. It's actually a decent line of storms in Ashtabula County, Ohio, moving east into Erie and Crawford counties, Pennsylvania. It's probably have some gusty winds. Oh, I just caught that. I don't think that's anything at the moment, but this definitely is worth watching. For strong winds and some rotation potentially. I don't think it has any at the moment. That was just probably like a really high up scan or whatever and low to the ground anyways. It's not showing any signs of rotation. Why are you not? Okay. So yeah, that's moving to the northeast. So this cell here is moving towards like Greene, Williamsfield, Andover, and eventually up towards like Greenville, Conneaut Lake, and Linesville in Pennsylvania. So, yeah. I'm also going to just mention this right now. Everyone within this area here, actually, I'm going to redraw that. Everyone, like, within western Pennsylvania, even western Maryland, northwestern West Virginia, the eastern half of Ohio, needs to stay weather aware today, as these cells are going to continue to the east. And there's also going to be a line right here that moves east as well. So there's going to be cells moving, ahead of the line, and then there's going to be a line behind it, both of which could be severe. The cells could even, if they manage to tap into the environment correctly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple tornadoes in Ohio and Pennsylvania from these storms today. I can't rule it out. Oh, hey, you're in there. Tornado emergency, Pittsburgh truck. Don't say that. We don't need that, okay? We really don't need that. Let's check back on the Lancaster storm. This one is still producing hail from what I can tell. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. This one is starting to rotate a little bit more, it looks like, honestly. Maybe it's rotation. It's really hard to tell what actually is happening here. Actually, I don't think it is rotation. It's in like that weird spot, that weird transition area. So maybe it's just strong winds. But I am definitely watching this storm right here. Definitely. Sorry, I just don't have a lot to say right now. It's gonna be this stream is gonna be a little bit quiet for a little while at the start here, just because I did start kind of early and we don't have too much going on at the moment, so probably will be a little while. Which is honestly kind of good because I didn't want to immediately jump in and there'd be like a billion things going on at once. So yeah, I might stay a little bit quiet, honestly, for the next little bit. But that's just because there's not a whole lot going on, and so I'm trying to conserve my voice while I can. 2 hours later, radio's going off. Ruther's like, yeah, really. I have my radio set up, not in this room. I can't set them up in this room because reception in here isn't that great. But out there, hold on, out there. Oh my god, I can't. Out there, I have a couple radios set up, uh, in case anything happens. What's going on up here? Tornado watch has just gone out. Crap. I'll be back in a minute, but we have a tornado watch. Okay, it's not going out yet. Oh, I'm actually in that tornado watch. Holy crap. Okay. That's a bit of a concern. folks. I just had to go ahead and get. What is happening? Oh, the tornado watch. Yeah, I had to go get that watch. So I am officially now in a tornado watch. Let's see here. I gotta figure out what's going on. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning up here now for this cell. Let's read this. Northern Trumbull County in northeastern Ohio. Southeastern Ashtabula County in northeastern Ohio. Southwestern Crawford County in northwestern Pennsylvania. This goes for the next 30 minutes. It's for this storm right here. This includes like Mecca, Lyonsville, Conneaut Lake, Andover, those general locations. Oh, we have a tornado warning over here. What? Northeastern Fairfield County in central Ohio, south central Licking County. This includes Dumontville, Pleasantville, Thurston, Baltimore, Millersport, Fairfield Beach, Amsterdam, Linville. These areas in central Ohio. You have a tornado warning, which I'm a little bit confused why. Is there like, did like this? Oh, I guess the tower saw some rotation maybe. I don't know. I don't see anything immediately concerning about that, but I will watch it nonetheless. Yeah. Now in a tornado watch. This is gonna be an interesting day, I will tell you that. Oh god. This is literally March 16th all over again, I swear. Jesus. Alright. Let's see here. This one is starting to concern me a little bit. If anything were to rotate or do a tornado, it would be this, because that rotation is. It does look like rotation to me, at least. I don't know if it actually is, but to me, that looks like rotation. I don't know though. It's definitely an interesting area right here in between Bristol and Mecca. Moving northeast towards Gustavus Township. Definitely interesting to say the least. We have tornado watch, tornado warning issued by CTP. I have a vision. Oh my god. Oh, there was an SVR here issued by Charleston, West Virginia, for, let's see, northwestern Perry County in southeastern Ohio. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by that. Alright. Let's see here. What else do we have going on at the moment? There are some storms here crossing into Erie and Crawford counties. I'm gonna be honest, there's a chance that I just turn this stream into like an automated thing or whatever, like with the warnings popping up and everything, just because I don't know if I want to sit here and talk about this for like 8 hours. I'll do it right now, but like once things like get towards me and everything, I'll probably just automate it or whatever. But yeah. Because I do not want to sit here until like 10 p.m. just talking about storms. As interesting as that would be, I don't even think I could do it. So I'll be here for this beginning part, but then maybe like the rest will just like be on its own or something. I don't know. There's a storm over here in eastern West Virginia I just caught. Out of the side of the PBZ radar, I just caught this. Not doing a whole lot, but still interesting, nonetheless. Let's get back to this tornado warning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a whole lot happening here. I'm just confused, honestly, as to why that tornado warning was issued. I don't know. Let's see here. This storm crossing into Crawford County soon. Let's see what's going on with it. I was more worried about this one than anything for a while. Rotation has begun to fade a little bit, definitely, I can tell you that. It looked a lot more intense by Bristol, like right here. It's kind of broadened out a little bit, but it's still a little bit there. We have a new tornado warning. Or did they just continue? They just continued it. Okay. So, let's see here. Tornado warning remains in effect until 2 p.m. for northeastern Fairfield and south central Licking counties. Again, I mean, take shelter if you're in the warning, like, no doubt about that, but I just don't know if there's anything even in here. Like, I'm confused why the warning was issued. I just don't see anything here. There's no velocity couplet or anything. I'm just confused more than anything. Nonetheless, there is still very intense winds and hail likely in this cell. Oh, Perry County just got one. Really? Okay. Again, I'm really confused. Am I missing something here? Maybe there's like really high up, or I guess it'd be low down rotation. I don't know. I'm just confused because I don't know if that should have a tornado warning, but it does. But I guess better to be safe than sorry. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Nothing else is happening to the east. I was a little bit late, but that's the Perry County one that I just talked about right there. Okay. What's this cell doing? You always gotta watch these blips. These are what's gonna become tornadoes probably later, so you always gotta watch these. Again, we do have 2 tornado warnings in effect. It should really be 1, but it is 2 for Fairfield, Licking, and Perry counties in Ohio. This includes Pleasantville, Thornville, Fairfield Beach, Glenford, this general area. I don't see anything in here that suggests there's a tornado, but nonetheless, I would still take shelter if you're in this area. Or, I'm just going to say this right now, if you end up in any tornado warning today, just take shelter, please. I don't care if it's sunny and 70 degrees right now, which, oh my god, it actually is 70 degrees. It's actually really warm outside. I don't care if you think you'll be fine. Just take shelter if you get put under a tornado warning. There's not really much on radar for that story. Yeah, I'm like confused as to why it got a tornado warning. Maybe it's just because, but like the terminal radar is right there, and that doesn't even show a lot. It just shows wind. I'm like confused. Where's like the rotating couplet, or where's the tornado part of it? It just looks like strong wind and maybe some hail. I'm just like confused as to why it has a warning, but maybe the NWS knows something I don't. Did this just get continued? I think there was a new warning up here, that or it just got continued. I don't know which happened. But there's something that just got put out up there. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. Really? Oh, yeah, wow. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud near Fairfield Beach or 9 miles northwest of Somerset. Huh. Interesting. I I didn't think there was anything going on in here. That's why I'm like, what? I'm so confused. Storm by Akron has very broad rotation. Yeah, I've been oh, I don't know if you're talking about something here. Been watching this one for a while. That's about to cross into Pennsylvania. It doesn't show up much on the Cleveland radar, but if you go to the Pittsburgh one, it looks a little bit more convincing for rotation. I think almost every storm is gonna be rotating to the, yeah, with the amount of wind shear we have, uh, everything's gonna be rotating. It's just a matter of if they can rotate enough to produce tornadoes, which some probably will. We're gonna have a couple tornadoes, definitely, I think. I just don't know where. And the NWS and Storm Prediction Center don't really either, so that's why they put out this big tornado watch. To give us all an extra heads up. New severe thunderstorm warning for Licking, Ohio. I think that's for this. I think that's this right here. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. There is some pretty strong winds in that, and that's the northern side of this tornadic cell. By the way, I am wearing my Pennsylvania storm tracking shirt. I just figured I'd mention that. I am wearing that right now. I thought it'd be a really good time to wear it because it makes sense, you know. Doing a stream, it's like, why wouldn't you wear it? But okay, this is for Newark, Hanover, Clay Lake, Perryton, those areas in Ohio. Again, I'm sorry if I don't talk for a little bit or I don't have much to say. It's just I'm not used to doing these streams, and also there's just, I mean, there is some stuff going on, but like it's not like a tornado outbreak yet. So that's why I am like stuttering. I don't know. I haven't done this before really. At least not a lot. Oh my god. What are you doing in here? Uh I don't see much convincing with velocity on this storm. There's not a lot. Oh, actually it got completely dropped for this county. It's now just for Licking County, Ohio. There you go. What did I tell you? Possibly some hail in there. It's really hard to tell. That might be hail. I'm not sure though. Oh, let me get rid of that. I was just confused as to why the tornado warning even exists because there's no sign of rotation. PBZ just issued a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Right here for Coshocton and Muskingum counties. Yep. This is for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-inch hail. This includes Coshocton. I don't even know how to say it. We'll just say Coshocton. Franklin, Adams Mills, Dresden, Frazeysburg, and West Carlisle. As for the storm currently east of Newark in Licking County, Ohio. Also watching this storm, I think that's Carroll County, Ohio, it's crossing into. I'm not good with Ohio counties, honestly. I'm good with Pennsylvania. I can get all those fine. Ohio, though, I'm not so good with, so excuse me if I mix up counties here, but I'm watching this storm here, too. It just looks interesting. It's not doing anything right now, but I just want to keep my eye on it for later in case something does happen. We have a cluster of storms in Erie and Crawford counties right now. Actually, they just put out a special weather statement on this. What is this? I keep calling out a storm, and then 10 seconds later, they put like a freaking warning on it. I've done that already like 3 times today, and we just started. Let's see. That's the tornado watch. This is for 50-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail, if you were wondering. So this includes areas just south of Erie, like McKean, Waterford, Edinboro, Albion, Cranesville, Spring, Mill Village, those areas. Only in Ohio. Yep. I haven't heard that in a while. Ow. I haven't looked down here in a while, but there's actually a pretty strong cluster of thunderstorms moving across southern Ohio. Also into Kentucky, there's even some storms too. And even just all the way down through here, there's a couple storms. I'm not covering this one as much, just because there's not even much going on down here. It's just like a lot of rain and some thunderstorms. Maybe they issued the tour because there's a strong storm center. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense because there was hail, but it's like, to be fair, there was an observed funnel cloud, apparently. Spoiler Spires reported funnel cloud, but I don't know how much I believe that. Let's see here. There's multiple storms like training behind it, which is interesting. Perry, Ohio. Thanks CTP for the hazardous weather outlook. I do appreciate that. Alright. Carrollton, I would watch very closely. There's a cell. It's not doing anything at the moment, but it's... Whenever I see a cell that's getting a bean shape already like this and it just formed, that's immediately throwing red flags. And what I mean by that is, like, this just came together and it already has that shape. That's not a good sign because it's probably going to do something like that. And then, boom, you got a tornado right there. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but that could be the theme for today. Just because there is so much shear. So that is a little bit of a concern that I have. Let's see, there's not much going on in New York. Has more rotation than the one by Akron. I don't know. Again, I don't know which one we're talking about here. If we're talking about anything over here. I've always been focusing on this one that's now moving into Pennsylvania. Actually, that one's even dying out now, too. It had some rotation for, like, a little bit. But then it kind of just died out. Ooh. That must have been hail right there. I hope that wasn't a tornado. It was probably just hail. That's what I'm going to hope right there. Let's come back to this tornado warning. Yeah, like, I don't see anything happening here, so... They do look discreet from them. Yeah, they are. These are all, like, fairly discreet. Like, this one's completely isolated, too. Like, that's the only thing I would say have these struggle is, like, they're gonna come back on each other or whatever and tear each other apart if they are close enough. But, like, this one right here, for example, I would pay very close attention to just because it is isolated. So if it's able to tap into the environment, that could definitely be a concern up towards like Newcastle, for instance. I wouldn't say I'd get scared up that way or anything. I'm just saying this could go up that direction and last potentially for a while if it is able to manage the environment that it has. Some are embedded, some are discrete. Yeah, that's kind of how it's going to be because there's going to be a line here. I mean, you can already kind of see it. I think this is all going to like turn into like a line that moves across the state. But also in front of that line, there's going to be a couple of discrete supercells that could produce a couple of tornadoes, and that's where the main tornado threat comes in. But there is also the chance for whatchamacallit? Oh, for QLCS tornadoes. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning just issued by Pittsburgh. I called this out like a minute ago too for Carrollton. This is for Carroll, Columbiana, and Jefferson counties in Ohio. So Carrollton, Salineville, Lisbon, Augusta, those areas, take shelter. Move indoors immediately, away from windows. This is producing probably 60-mile-per-hour winds and definitely some hail. I don't know if it's 1-inch hail, but that is definitely producing hail. Holy crap. Yeah, wow. Alright. I can see why they warned that now. Jeez. We just started and we're already having a lot of storms. I'm trying to not yawn, but I keep yawning. Yeah, the rotation I saw on this looks gone. I can try to... Okay, yeah, you can't even see anything with that one. Yeah, the rotation I saw there is gone. This specific cell right here over Carrollton... Carrollton is the one I am most concerned about right now. Despite this having a tornado warning, I mean, it's out of the area. There's nothing there now. This one is my utmost concern because it is so isolated. You can even see it. Look, it's already got, it has that shape. So I am actually like kind of worried that if this continues to the northeast and it remains isolated and continues to intensify, this could be one of the storms that produces a tornado. Definitely. It's definitely possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen 100%, but I would say if there is any storm at the moment that looks like it could try to do something, it is this one right here over Carrollton. Because it already has that shape and it's completely isolated. So there's nothing that could obstruct it at the moment. Yeah, that was a hail spike. Oh my god. Alright, so yeah, there is probably freaking huge hail right now falling just south of Carrollton. If it produces something like that, Jesus. So yeah, my guess right now is southwest of Carrollton. There's huge hail falling. I wouldn't say the winds are that strong. It actually doesn't appear to be that big of an issue. The main thing I'd worry about here is the hail. There's probably giant hail falling right now, southwest Carrollton, probably exceeding 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inch hail potentially. I don't know if I would say it's that big, but there's definitely large hail falling southwest of Carrollton right now. It's also moving into a good environment. Yes, it is. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that got issued by Pittsburgh. Or wait, no, it's not new. They just continued it. My bad. For Coshocton and Muskingum counties. Is this the area they were worried about the tornado or something? Because if it's that, then okay, I can kind of understand that. This is just a bad area for radars. Okay, yeah, thanks for stating the obvious. That warning thing's kind of delayed sometimes. Sometimes it's very early, sometimes it's just very delayed. Let's see here. I am watching this storm currently. about to cross over Edinburgh and Waterford in Erie County. The moment I don't think it's doing anything, but I'm keeping. Oh, maybe it is. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of looks interesting. I don't think it's doing anything significant, but that looks interesting for at least like strong wind. So if that gets us a thunderstorm warning, I wouldn't be too surprised because that is probably producing fairly strong wind at the moment. Why are all of you in here? Oh, Jesus. I need to take a break just for like 5 minutes just to do something real quick. So I'm going to leave this running like this. I'm going to probably end up doing this later too, where I just completely leave it running like automated. The warnings do again pop up in the top right, so if anything happens, you can look there. Uh, I'm just going to go for like 5 minutes, just quick do something. But I'll be back shortly. Okay, I've returned. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Okay, what do we have happening now? I don't really know, actually. Let's check. Can you guys quit being weird in chat, please? freaking have other people watching right now, and I don't need them being like, "What are these freaks doing?" New one for Crawford, or they just continued that? I think they just continued that, or maybe they just canceled it. Expires. Fair enough. New one down here. I did catch that. That one's rotating more than the freaking one with the tornado warning was earlier, honestly. Oh my, look at this. Okay, this one's actually starting to be my concern now, right here. You can even see it's starting to wrap up a little bit. I don't particularly like that. Hold on, just gonna grab something real quick. I grabbed two things actually. Oh, mic is off. Crap. I didn't realize that. I have chat pulled up on the side now. I had to like keep switching tabs and programs on the computer, and I was like, I got tired of that, so I just pulled up the stream on my iPad. Maybe I'll even put in earbuds so I can hear what the heck's happening in here. Hold on. Alright. I put in the earbud in my right ear just so I can hear if anything's going wrong with the stream. It's gonna sound a little bit weird to me, so if I talk weird or something, that's why. But yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna switch the ear. Okay, there we go. Should be good now. Okay. Oh, crap. Alright, so yeah, I have the earbud in my ear here just to monitor the stream. I have the chat pulled up here too. I think we're good now, officially. I just needed to do all that just to make sure I can see everything going on and make sure everything's working fine. Okay. Somerset. I can't tell if that's just wind rotation, what that is, but there's definitely a strong storm movement for Somerset at the moment. How about the storm over here? Union City tornado rated EF3. Really? Let me look. See if it came up in here. Maybe it's not on this. I don't know. Okay, that velocity is starting to look pretty interesting on this storm now. It's not immediately rotating, but I am keeping my eye on this, especially because it has this hook shape attached to it. I don't like that. Expires 3 minutes ago, so why are you still there? Shakti and Muskingum. Did they issue a new one? Or what did they do? No, they just continued it again. Whatever. Strong winds, probably at least, moving through Dresden, Trinway, Adams Mills, currently. Moving northeast towards Coshocton. Oh, okay, high up it's rotating. Lower to the ground it's not, but high up it is rotating right here at the storm near Carrollton. Wow, look at that. This is, of course, again, this is high up, but it's definitely starting to rotate. If I change the tilt. I'm not sure here. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. I don't care if the velocity doesn't look good. When I look at a storm and I see this, I get scared. Because that means it's probably about to do something not good. I wouldn't immediately worry about it again, but I'm just gonna really pay attention to the storm over that just passed by Carrollton near Salineville. I'm gonna watch that one very closely. This could be the one that we talk about for a little while. Caldwell. What's going on here? We're in a really bad spot again. This whole area is just terrible for radars. Interesting storm near Tionesta, I just noticed. I don't know how long this has been going for, but I just caught that. I think that's just a continuation. Okay. Earbuds falling out of my ear. Oh, new SVR. See you, butter, I guess, if you're leaving. If not, okay. But we have a new SVR for Buckingham County, Ohio. This includes Zanesville. I don't see immediately much happening with this. Could be some hail and some strong winds potentially. Oh, jeez. Okay, this storm's still very interesting near Salineville. It's actually about to go directly over them. That hook part too, I don't like that. I don't think it is actually doing anything in terms of rotation. Never mind, it kind of is, but only high up. High up it is rotating. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of bored. I'm tired as well. I don't feel that great. I almost want to just keep this as an automated stream and not talk a lot. Just kind of like keep the radar up and the warnings coming through or whatever. I just don't feel great. Here's what I'm gonna do. I, I'm gonna keep it. I'm just gonna have the radar run like this for now. If I have to come back for anything, I will, but I'm just gonna leave the stream like this at the moment. Bird warnings do pop up in the top right still. They might be a little bit delayed, but they will pop up. If anything serious happens, I will come back and we'll go back to this. But right now, I'm just gonna take a break. I might go lay down for a minute. Yeah. So yeah, this next little bit's gonna be automated. If anything happens though, like if there's a new tornado warning or anything, I'll come back. But until then, I'm just gonna kind of give myself a break from this for a minute, because I know I've only been going for not that long. Actually, I think I've been going for how long now? I don't even know. I've been going for an hour, I think. Actually, maybe I've been going for longer than that. I don't know how long I've been going for. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'll come back if anything serious happens. Maybe I'll put on like music or something. I don't have a lot. I can put on some like YouTube music if that helps. Play with media play. This might be loud. I figured it would be. I'm just gonna pause that, make sure that plays fine. Okay, yeah, that plays fine. So we'll just have music playing in the background for now. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back if something happens. I did see that new SVR that came out for Coshocton County or whatever. Okay, I didn't think I was gonna come back this fast. It's been like 2 minutes, but I am coming back because we have a tornado possible SVR now in effect. I didn't see where it was, but I do know we have one. So I'm gonna... Oh! Chautauqua, New York just got an SVR as well. That's kind of random. Alright, where was our tornado possible at? Okay, it is the one that went by Carrollton. right here. Not rotating much at the moment, but it is definitely an interesting storm to say the least. So I'm gonna keep my eye on this one because it has been officially labeled as tornado possible by NWS Pittsburgh. We also have a tornadic, or not tornadic, we have a rotating cell for storm that just went by Kerrtown and Meadville. Right here. I'm gonna still keep an eye on it. Carroll County, Ohio, law enforcement reports thunderstorm damage. A number of trees and power lines down across the city of Carrollton. Oh, I just caught too. The Buffalo severe thunderstorm warning is also now tornado possible. Yeah, look at that right there. That's rotating right there. Definitely. Right over Waterford. That was rotating. At least from this point of view it was. Yeah, that definitely was rotating for a little while. Alright. Gonna leave again. Never mind. I might literally have to just stay here. Because now I saw one of the Super Thunderstorm warnings got upgraded to considerable. Ah, sorry. I have to roll in my chair. There you go. That is a considerable SVR for Muskingum County. I think that was this one, yeah, for 70 mile per hour winds. Sorry, I'm not talking. I just don't have too much to say at the moment. We're thunderstorm watch in Mississippi. Oh. Yeah, there are some good storms over here, actually. Holy crap, wow. How many cells do you want? All the cells. Jeez. Tornado possible for Coshocton Muskingum, which is this one right here, I believe. This is expiring. Is that a new one? Where'd the tornado watch go? Oh no, that was the one that's expiring. There it is, it's back. Tornado watch is back. This storm near French Creek in southwestern New York is catching my attention. It's rotating a little bit. Probably also has some hail in it too. New Lexington's about to get some storms for sure. Probably fairly windy. Maybe some hail too. Is that what that is? Probably just some hail, yeah. It's not a tornado. It'd be really bad. Oh. What's going on over here? Probably just a normal storm. Oh, that just caught my attention. French Creek, Clymer, Panama, possibly over to Jamestown. I would watch very closely for this storm. This could be one that would produce a tornado. It's really hard to say, but I'm worried about this right here. Like, it looks like it's definitely rotating. That's definitely producing at least hail, but it's probably also rotating, so I would, just to be safe, probably say it's a good idea if you're near French Creek, Lakewood. I wouldn't say to Jamestown yet, but everywhere in this southwestern New York area, southwestern Chautauqua County, I would say there's a decent chance there's some rotation here. Hmm. Alright. Zanesville just got hit probably pretty good by this storm. New severe thunderstorm warning for, let's see here, Coshocton, Guernsey, Harrison, Muskingum, and Tuscarawas counties in Ohio. It's 70 degrees outside, holy crap. So that's this huge thing right here. It is considerable as well. They also just expired this morning right here. That also expires. Oh, whoa. This is starting to kind of get back together. Like, fell apart almost for a minute, but like I feel like it's starting to get back together. This one. Yeah. I could see these right here also being a bit of a concern. I would be worried. Those are also isolated, so I'd be a little bit worried those could do something. I'm gonna definitely watch that.